Hi, I'm Alex Archibald. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity. Hi guys, and welcome to today's episode. Last episode, I was optimistic and I thought I could get this entire house cleared out. But alas, I didn't do it. I got very close though. We got the living room emptied out. We got the front room nearly emptied out. But there were still little things that were lingering, things that had to go to the auction house, things that had to go to charity, and I'm gonna get that wrapped up today. But in the meantime, I've got a few other plans. You know, this property has certainly been a lot of work, and I think it'll all be worthwhile. It's a beautiful home, and I hope that it's gonna sell well for them. And really, at the end of the day, that's what this episode is mostly about. We found some stuff we could sell to kind of offset the cost, but mainly getting this house prepped for sale has been priority. But looking behind me at these overgrown hedges, it kind of detracts from the beautiful aesthetics of this property. I feel like something needs to be done. All along the front of the house and down the road are these beautiful hedges, but now kind of fluffy and overgrown. And to help resolve this issue, I've called in the big guns today. And very soon that help will arrive. In the meantime, I have been busy sweeping the garage. You could actually park a car in here again. And I'm separating stuff into things that have to go, charity, auction, etc. The last of the things that were in the house. Let me go around this way. I was also sweeping off the carpet a little bit there, and this nice sort of pass through with those blinds drawn, you don't get a great view of the backyard. So I'm going to go around the other side and raise those up and see if that makes a difference. Well, I can see through now. There's a door there, so you can walk through it. You know how you do with doors. Assuming that one works. I did see a truck pull up. Let's see if my help has arrived, my hedging help. Well, who is this?
Good day.
Hey!
My friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Alex.
Well, I'm not slinging webs, I'm pulling webs down off the inside of this place. You found the place okay?
Oh yeah, no, the Google Maps is perfect.
I was telling the people at home that I called the big guns in to help out with the hedges.
Oh, well, I want to see where the big, I think it's over there.
No. Hey, I'll give you a walkthrough and show you what's going on. Oh, there's a Zenobia too. Hey, Zenobia.
How are you?
Good. It's a pretty little property, this.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Yeah, it's
a little
been...
bit of trim work, but it's nothing major.
It was a lot of work on the inside of the house, let me tell you.
Well, what?
I've just about got it emptied now, though.
You got, looks like boxes in the garage.
Yeah, there's a few things in there, but that whole garage was full up to the roof pretty well. And the house was almost as bad.
Oh.
But these folks had this house so beautifully maintained for so many years, and they just weren't able to keep up with it.
It looks like it's been pretty much just the last little bit that's been...
like the last year or two?
Year.
Yeah.
And so it's really a quick job to clean it up.
Okay. Yeah, so it's basically just like squaring off the top back to the height that they had it, trimming up the front here, and kind of doing it all the way around to the front.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that.
That's perfect.
Okay, well, that's the job today.
And now what all is Alex working on over here?
Oh, I'll show you what I'm working. You guys want to see the inside of the house?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, I was working on the garage. It's actually a really neat house. It's got a door that goes upstairs, and there's this big sort of lofted space up there.
I see you got your grandfather clock out. Is that because you think you're going to be a grandpa right shortly?
What do you know? What do you know that I don't know? No. Oh, I feel a sneeze about to happen.
Uh-oh.
It's dusty in here because I was just sweeping. No, I've got my garbage pile put together over there. I've taken that big black trailer I have?
Yeah.
I've taken probably 3 of those to the dump. An equal amount, more than that to charity, probably 5 trailer
That's
loads
crazy.
of charity. And not a whole lot to auction. I mean, this will go to auction, but there hasn't been a lot of stuff that's super sellable. But
Exactly, and well, these are doors.
those are doors, yeah. Anything that's for the house, they asked me to keep, and then anything that has to do with looming or weaving, they want to hang on to.
Okay.
So you got this little sitting area here. Look at the yard, hey?
Very nice. I think they must have been outside a lot.
Well, he was a master gardener, the husband.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
well, I mean, he's retired as far as I know now. But yeah, for many years, this was a showpiece, this house. You know, they did tea parties here, garden parties, and it was in papers. And I just kind of wanted to leave the place looking a little bit more like its former self. Now, the inside's going to need a renovation, but you get an idea of the floor plan here. But you got your sort of front room here.
They got nice flooring down.
Yeah. There was so much dust. It was about 1/8 of an inch of dust. You almost needed a shovel to get the dust off the floor.
Well, looks like they need a little bit of TSP wash job.
Yeah, I think they might have been staining this wood and then it smeared all over the place.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've almost got the whole house cleared out. There's just a few things left I got to take care of. You don't need a folding table, do you? It's not in perfect shape, but it works. I'm just probably going to chuck it otherwise, 'cause I can't sell it. But it works fine.
Do you need it? Just asking if you need it besides your shed. That's all.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'd rather ask and see if there's some use for it, but it's got to go.
Yeah, very cute little place.
Yeah, and then it's lofted. You can go upstairs and have a look up there. There's still some stuff I got to bring down, and they left their dressers up there. They want to come back for that. So there's a few things that were taped off that's their personal stuff
Yeah.
that they asked me to leave. But yeah, you can see where I took the grandfather clock, because there's an outline of the grandfather clock there on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And a clock amount of dust behind it too.
So, Grandpa, come stand over here.
Oh yeah, now Hans will be the grandfather clock.
Oh,
Stand right there.
There's
Wait.
my
If you
shadow.
Yeah, if you stand if you stand still long enough, we're gonna see nothing but a stick with a beard on it as a shadow. But yeah, and I left them a little bedroom set up down here for when they come to work on the house, because they might do some. I'm hoping they do some painting and reno, but they said they likely won't. But yeah, the person who's caretaking for the home lives 3 hours away, so they weren't able to come and take care of all this. Boy, they're making these garden gnomes more realistic every day.
Well, you know, the gnomes of the garden are very special in the Danish culture because they are meant to be good luck charms.
So I just got to get you to stand around the yard for a while, and you'll be good luck.
Well, apparently.
Well, getting the seed pods taken off the front, it's given this yard a bit of a workover. They're going to be taking pictures, hopefully right after we're done here. And thank you, Hans, for doing that.
You're welcome, bud.
So we've paid Hans and Zenobia to come out and help with this. Just really want to give this house the extra special touch. I'm going to go and see how things are going on the hedge over here. Oh, that's looking nice and square. You definitely see where she's been and where she hasn't been. Luckily, as Hans was saying, they had, I was saying you can definitely see where you've been and where you haven't been.
Yeah,
Because you're leaving a trail of square.
Oh, not quite yet.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Hans was saying it looks like maybe they haven't trimmed it in maybe only a year or two. So it's not that terrible to clean it up. If it had been left any longer, it'd be a lot more difficult. Window opened up. Like that view to the yard. But I've got to stop talking here and actually get to work, because the upstairs of the house still has bins of things that need to go down. I don't know why I guess I just got tired the other day. Why I put it off until now, but it's happening now, getting cleared up. I've got all the boxes cleared up in the beautiful lofted space above the garage, which really should be developed. It'd be a massive, nice big room when it's done. That being said, I'm going to leave them this big work table because somebody probably will finish this. And what a great table that would be to work on if you have to cut drywall or trim and stuff. So that table is going to get left behind so they can actually use it to hopefully inspire them to finish this room. But I can actually close the door on this wing. Now the weaving and loom stuff, they've asked, they're going to come collect that later. So that is not mine. So it stays where it is. But to this room, I say adieu. Moving some of the garbage from upstairs, and guess what I found? Another present. Still wrapped and sealed, but I'm gonna add to the other pile of presents here in the little guest room they've got set up. Well, it's almost the last of my pile of auction stuff from inside the house. Another little stash for charity, an even bigger stash for the trash. And there's Hans out there working away. Feels like a well-oiled machine today. I have to go inside the house and get the last of it out, and then we'll do the final sweep. Chairs are out of the basement. That took a little effort, but the main floor, that's water from mopping, don't worry about that. The main floor is just about done. It is nice to be able to access the main front door, and thankfully I could too because it was wide enough to get the chair out. The other door wasn't. Worst case, I could have gone out the patio door, but didn't have to. The grand front room is emptied out, ready for somebody to decorate it the way they want. And I've covered up the fireplace hole. I've left those panels I found, those screen panels, to cover where the fireplace would have been. Out this door is a little patio. Sit out here if you want, and it looks like they had flowers all around at one point. Oh, and I've managed to make the door stick. Oh, there we go. Get that lock back up the way they had it. The little bedroom is set up, ready for the caretaker to come in from out of town and have a place to stay overnight. And I've swept and mopped the floor in here and filled the nightstand that they wanted to keep because they had their personal records in it. Filled it up completely with all the presents I found around the house from probably going back to the 70s, some of this stuff. So all those unwrapped presents just waiting to be opened by the owners. So this room is done and ready, and that's the only room that's basically staying furnished. Kitchen area is emptied out and feels a whole lot bigger without all those shelves along the wall. And you can actually see the nice antique style stove. I guess I've got a few cleaning supplies to put away, and I should give the counters a wipe while I'm at it. Anything to do with the house, like this is manuals. They said, please don't take this pad and pen. So I didn't. There it is. The kitchen is just about cleared out. We'll give it a wipe down, and that's pretty well done. Well, there, that's a little bit better. Counters have been wiped clean. And I wonder if they'll find this funny, because they've asked me to keep all their family photos, and I found their photo album of all those crazy stuffed fabric art heads and figures that they made. I'm gonna go put those in with their family photo albums and see if they notice. Ah, the stuff of nightmares. As for the upstairs, hallway is emptied out. Giving the floor a bit of a mop up here. The only thing that's left behind are the things that they wanted left, like the extra flooring that we found so somebody can finish up the floor because there's spots that are missing. Their personal paperwork and their family photos. A little bathroom, which could stand some tile work, but it does have a skylight over the tub. That would probably be a pleasant place to have a bath. and what was the master bedroom. And of course the spinning wheel, kept that as they said, and they asked me to keep the dressers. They put tape on it and said to leave those, so we did. But this master bedroom's kind of cool. You've got the window on the left. Should get a little sunlight in here. Probably make it feel a whole lot better with some sunlight. You can see those beautiful trees out there. Sunlight always makes a house feel better, don't you think? I opened up the curtains downstairs. But definitely a lot of potential with this house. Now, although the interior of the house is just about clear, there's still the sheds in the backyard to deal with. Now, the one shed I cleared out the other day, and that had the chemicals and paints. We took that to the eco station where they will recycle or dispose of them properly. The other shed is mostly garden tools, which I've offered up to Hans for free, so he can continue doing the work that he's doing, helping people with their landscaping and stuff. But there is one other shed, the round one, which is, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't really see it. There it is, right there. That one has some bins in it that I've not explored yet, so let's go out and do that. Okay, here is the shed in question. And now that Jason and I got the old, oh, those are plant brackets. We got the that old gazebo removed out of here. This in the box is in fact a brand new shower. Assuming that was going to be for their basement reno or something, that's going to stay with the house. Let me get it wiggled out of the way here so I can access these bins and see what's inside. All right, first bin, that's the Delta table saw, electric chainsaw. Looks like a, it's got a polishing brush, a wire brush on an attachment, and you've got the miter saw. So some saws to see. What's behind bin number 2? Okay, I thought it would be empty, but nope. More tools, hammers, toolbox. I hear the buzzing of bees or hornets nearby. Let's hope that doesn't come back hilty. Only if used by qualified operators. What's in this? Oh, it's just a, looks like rivets and stuff. An old flashlight. Nope. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is. Okay, that buzzing sound I heard was indeed hornets. And when I dropped that last bin, it kind of riled them up. They're all buzzing. I don't know if you can even see, they're buzzing all around that window right there. So I'm gonna have to give it a minute before I go back in to check on that because I don't really like the idea of getting stung today. While I'm waiting on them to settle down and hopefully not sting me, I'm gonna go wander back to this other building and see if there's anything worth salvaging out of it. Right, I forgot about this A&W shelf back here. Enamelware. Not a whole lot. It's an antique pitcher. It's like a wash basin set for on top of a, well, wash stand. Anything in here? Nope, that's empty. Okay, so not a pile of stuff. Not too much to have to worry about, thankfully. Hans is busy up at the front trimming, and that kind of gave me an idea. Maybe if this John Deere will start, I could possibly give their lawn a bit of a trim for them too. Let's make sure there's no hornets in here. They seem to be everywhere. Just being extra silent. That round shed I was in was just packed. Oh. Okay, well there's lights. And just dust that off a little bit. See if I can climb my way on this thing. Will it start? This is very similar to the one I have at home. Gosh, there's cobwebs all over this thing. Let's see if we can make it go. Why aren't you going? Might not have enough juice to make it start. Okay. Normally, that would start it. Lights, stop, engine, yeah, engine start. Oh. Give a little bit more gas. Hey, look at that. We're in business. Well, there, that's done. Backyard is looking nice and trim. Hans is busy trimming up front and Zenobia's in the back pruning. What are these called? These
I
aren't,
don't know, or variegated something or other.
not hostas. I can't remember what they're called.
No, I don't know. And it's like right now, you're asking a lady that's been working for over 24 hours.
So you got a little brain fog from work.
From work, yeah.
Well, thank you for pruning those.
Yeah, no, that's
It'll really make it show a lot nicer when they are ready to come take pictures of this place.
yes, definitely.
I'm gonna go up and see how Hans is doing.
He's doing.
There's a couple things in life that will always make you feel better. One is a fresh haircut, and the other is a well manicured yard. And this yard is well on its way. Come and see how Hans is doing. You guys are clipping and trimming in different parts of the yard.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, so it all gets trimmed up around there.
yeah, it's looking much, much better.
Only that half.
Yeah, but you know, between that and I'm just gonna come around and see they're squaring it off all nice, and so they've got half of it just about done, and I did the grass around here. So you're okay, Hans, if I start loading some tools in the back of this
yeah.
truck? Okay.
My work truck, and it's full of copper in there, a little bit of brass.
Most people just think it's scrap.
Busy.
Yeah, you're still scrapping copper and stuff?
Oh yeah. See, this is actually brass, so it's all worth right around $5 a pound. So it's kind of a shame to see it just get tossed out for scrap iron or whatever when it's only like 10 or 11 cents a pound.
Yeah, sure. Well, we're gonna add some more weight to the back of the truck here. I'm gonna go back to the shed and start hauling tools out. Maybe I'll bring this wheelbarrow with me, load it up. I've re-entered the hornet den. They're in that little window casing up there. And I'm just gonna give them their space because, well, I think you guys all know why. But this is what I didn't look in before. And bingo, actually some decent tools in here. Looks like a hedge trimmer. Actually looks like a bunch of hedge trimmers. We got a drill set. This is all good stuff, actually. I can use pretty much all of this. That's fantastic. Shelf, what's in this bin over here? Not a whole lot. A few little random tools. Lots of jerry cans. An old military jerry can. But at least there's some good tools in here. I'll have to wait to load this stuff out though because my truck is already full, but I think this is all fairly decent and good usable stuff.
What?
I think I got her trained.
Oh, dead man walking.
Oh my God, did you? What the hell is that about?
Well, since I was here last, the wasps are still angry, but I haven't been stung yet, knock on wood. I've got the big chest of tools out and they are ready for me to run through auction. There's actually a couple there I can use myself. And I finally got down to, I think there's tools in that bench. That's a toolbox bench. Look at that later. But I wanted to look in this big old trunk. And some wood clamps, general sort of tools, micro dial. Let's see. Socket. Okay, I'm going to take these out of here. Kind of diving in and out of that room because, like I said, they're mad at me. But let's take this back and see what's inside. Okay, now that I'm safe away from all those hornets, let's see. We've got woodworking tool, a little hammer, screwdrivers, just your basic sort of toolbox. Probably sell that as is with the tools in it. Well, thank you guys very much. And I'm glad that it's your grandson that has a use for the chairs.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad they're going to a good home. They look like they're in real good shape. Hans, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome there, bud.
And thanks for hauling the stuff away too. I hope these folks will be happy with the little extra care and attention we gave the property.
I hope so.
And you guys drive safe on the way home.
We will.
Where's...
Dropping down good though.
Yeah, no, it looks like that ought to hold it all in place real good. Thanks again, Hans.
You're very welcome, buddy.
It looks like they got done just in the nick of time too. There's rain forecasted, severe thunderstorm watch for the next hour or so, and it's supposed to run all through to until tomorrow. So I'm glad I got all my stuff loaded up and I put the canopy cover back on my truck bed so everything should be nice and dry. But as for me, I'll be back at it again tomorrow to take stuff into the auction, to take stuff to charity, and finally to the dump, and then hopefully we'll be done. I have arrived back at the house with Melissa, who is helping me get, I'm hoping today's the last, today is going to be, I'm going to be optimistic. Today is going to be the last day. We'll get this all wrapped up and done. There's a bunch of stuff in the garage. And take these bins out of here for future use. I'll get the garage door open and then we'll do some auction trips. Melissa's having to ride in the hillbilly truck today with my pile of Jed Clampett hillbilly stuff in the back. Hedges are trimmed. House is looking great. Well, that's it. We're finally done. This house can be taken to the next level by the owners or sold as it is, but at least they have an empty space to deal with and they can go from there. Before we end this video, let's do a few before and afters to show you what it looked like before and where we're at now. Well, this place wasn't as satisfying from the finds to resell sort of perspective. It was a lot of regular sort of household stuff, but it was satisfying to bring this beautiful Tudor style country estate back to a little closer to its former glory. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed these clear out series we do. This one, gosh, somebody's gonna have a nice house once they get it all fixed up. As for me, on to my next adventures. We'll see you all soon, guys. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and as always, bye for now.